Hi guys, so I'm going to do you a series of videos basically about the breath and how the breath can help with various things such as anxiety, depression, stress relief. It can help to boost your nervous system, your autoimmune system, your glandular system. So basically all of these different beneficial things that just using the breath in a certain way can help you with. So not just from a yoga point of view, I'm also talking from a point of view of what you can do in your spare time to actually just breathe a little bit better. It sounds really weird, but there's a lot that we can do to actually just breathe better in normal life. So in bed or when we're exercising or just pottering around basically. But this time I'm going to talk about something called diaphragmatic breath breathing. And this is a technique that we use in yoga, or in yoga we call it full yogic breath. And basically what it does is it just allows the balance of oxygen intake and carbon dioxide outtake, if that's what you say, to be balanced, and it allows the oxygen to come to the brain and to move around the body properly. And all this is basically our very natural breath. So if you watch a baby, when a baby's breathing, naturally on their inhalation their belly will rise, and this is because they're taking a full breath all the way down into the belly. And often we meaning adults, tend to breathe into the chest. I mean, this is not always. Some people are belly breathers, some people have adapted a breath that comes just through the chest. Mine was a little bit like this. My breath was a very chest-based breath, which actually means you're only getting half of the breath, and it can be very short. It's only coming into this area of the body. So basically, when we're doing this breath, it can actually cause quite a lot of anxiety and stress in the body because the brain's reacting to the body's movement and the body's breath. So what we're trying to do with diaphragmatic breath breathing or full yogic breath is to start to bring the breath back into the belly again, like we're naturally meant to be breathing. So we're taking in this full breath. And the way you can test if you're a chest or a belly breather is you can just bring one hand to the breath to the chest and one hand to the belly, and you're breathing in, and you're trying to see which area rises first. So which hand rises first. At the moment, mine's my belly because I've trained myself back to what I'm meant to be breathing like, or unlearnt my own breathing, if that makes sense. So you can just test it like this, see which rises first, then try and consciously close the eyes down and do some breathing into the belly and allow the belly to expand first. The chest should come up after that. And then you're getting this full length of breath. And this really helps with everything like sleep patterns, just slowing the body down, so you're stimulating the parasympathetic nervous system. And the parasympathetic nervous system is our rest and digest part of the nervous system, what helps the body to de-stress. Often in this sort of hectic society that we're living in and this hectic culture, we tend to use this chest breath because we tend to be working with the sympathetic nervous system, and the sympathetic nervous system is our sort of our fear-based ego nervous system. So it's what we would do as a response mechanism. So this is what we'll call fight or flight part of the nervous system. And fight and flight nervous system is obviously handy often. So for example, if you're not in this day and age, but if something fearful comes in and you've got to run away from something in nature, for example, a tiger, or not that that's ever the case nowadays, but then your sympathetic nervous system will kick in and it will go, shit, go. So that's when your sympathetic nervous system is helpful to warn you away from danger. But in the society that we're in at the moment, We're overusing the sympathetic nervous system because we're constantly in this fight or flight stressed mode, running in between work and having to get to places on time and stuff, which is just not natural at all. Going to places when bosses tell us to instead of when our bodies are naturally ready to do these things. A Yorkshire sigh after a cuppa. And yeah, so basically what we're trying to do with this breath work, specifically with diaphragmatic breath breathing, is to stimulate this parasympathetic nervous system. So just try it out at home. You can do it as a little meditation, you can do it as maybe a two minutes or build to 5. You can do it as long as you like. But it's very deep inhalations and exhalations coming into the belly. You find that hard at first. Bring both hands to the belly and consciously breathe into the hands and just slow that nervous system down. Okay, lovely. Just keep your eyes peeled, and I'll be doing quite a few more breath videos with techniques and all sorts later on. Okay, have a good day. Bye.